Hello and welcome to Death Row Season 2. So, alrighty, this is probably one of my favourite prisons I have made. Well, not this exact one, but the idea of the whole Death Row series. If you're not sure what the Death Row series is, the idea behind it is I build a prison, which is pretty much the same as everything I do on this channel. But anyway, I build a prison, I get death row inmates in, we go over what they have done and what they deserve, either parole or straight to the chair, and then it's up to you guys to vote to see which way they go. So, it's a lot easier to just do it rather than explain it, because it's a very simple idea. Very, very simple. So, I built this prison up. It's called Sunnyvale, or Camp Sunnyvale. It's very nice and friendly. Nice little death row area. I've decided to go on a small map, just for the pure fact that it's easy to maintain. When it gets crowded, it still runs smoothly. It looks nicer. It runs quicker. It's just all round better. So we already have 3 death row inmates already, plus 1 more coming on, which is actually really cool, because that's really rare to have them happen so quickly. We've also built a little dormitory area for... why are you in handcuffs, Paul? You're not... Okay, hold on. Why are you in white handcuffs? Or is it the guy below you? Probably the guy below you. Anyway. Right. That's just confusing. So we have this little dormitory, because with death row statuses, if they're not cleared to go back to the chair, then they can be sent back into general population, hence the dormitory. Now, I built the dormitory up with a couple of prisoners in there, just to give a bit of class and, you know, a bit of, you know, so it's not just a death camp, essentially, because, you know, I'm not Hitler, and, well, geez, that's really turned really bad, hasn't it? Ugh. Let's just forget what I just said and move on to what this is all about. So, prison is very basic. It's very basic. We have a staff room, all the officers down here, a kennel for the dogs to sniff out bad people, a single canteen. Now, the reason behind that is I can't send food directly from the kitchen to death row, hence why there's a small canteen there. Also doubles as the canteen for the dormitory, so it's all kind of spread out among everyone. I have a little infirmary, 4 beds, nothing more is really needed. We have a morgue as well for the dead bodies from execution. A small yard with people leaving their hands behind because, you know, isn't that what everyone does? I mean, when I used to go to the gym, I'd always leave my hands behind because it's just the norm. I mean, right now I'm just playing this with 2 stumps of an arm. It's difficult, I know, but I mean, it's just common practice to leave your hands at a gym or place of exercise. So, moving right along, nice small kitchen that's actually pretty squishy. This is overkill. This is ridiculously overkill for what the prison is, but I wanted to keep it symmetrical and look pretty and, well, yeah, it's cool. Parole room, that is just for death row. I don't plan to have parole for general population because I plan to transfer them out of the prison once they leave death row. So there'll always be at least 5, maybe 6 minimum security or medium security guys in there. Any more than that, they'll be transferred out of the prison to somewhere else that can hold them. This prison is simply a holding cell for death row inmates and an execution facility. It is not a standard prison that you'll see pretty much anywhere. Moving on from the parole room, we have the wonderful execution room. It's as wonderful as it can get. A nice electrified chair and some seats. They're all good. Yes, there's nothing much to say about it. We have a laundry. Now, this laundry, I don't know what's going on with it, but I think it's broken because it's not sending clothes to the death row guys. It's sending them fine to the dormitory, but not death row. So, I don't know what's going on there, but at the same time, I don't really care because, you know, these guys are going to whinge about clothing, which is fair enough, but at the same time, it doesn't really bother me. He's whinging about freedom, so, you know, whatever. Moving on from laundry, we have the security room and a classroom. Both staff only. This classroom is only designed to hire guards for taser rollout, which, why do we have such little guards? It's got 10 guards. That is only for taser rollout. Now, what I've actually just realized, which is actually really embarrassing, I don't have an armory, so I can't actually get tasers because I haven't built an armory. So, yeah, that's pretty fail, I've got to add. That is actually really, really fail. Let's build one quickly, because we're going to need one anyway. Let's see here. Is there a minimum size for armories? I'm not sure. Armory. No, there's not. I just need a weapons rack, guard locker, and a table. That's easy. It should all fit in here, I reckon. We'll do a nice 12... Oh, that's huge. Ah, stop it. That's big enough. Nice entryway there. Let's demolish that light, because, you know, screw it. I've decided to go everything for brick building this time. Concrete's nice and smooth, but brick kind of adds character. It adds it to the prison to make it and look and feel like a... Rather than just a death hole, it feels like a home. A home of death and destruction, but that's beside the point. Now this is going to need some pretty hard doors, so put some solitary doors in. I'm not too fussed about to prisoners breaking into it, because I will have maybe 1 or 2 armed guards just kind of rolling around just to, you know, be there when stuff happens. Concrete door, I need some lights as well. Put them in the 4 corners, easy peasy. Armory, okay, plop that down. We need a table, a weapons rack, and some guard lockers. We'll build a heap of them. I'm not gonna hire that many because we don't need them. I'm not gonna put servos on those doors either because I don't want anyone else but armed guards going in there. So, there's a dog barking. How rude. How very rude. He's probably just locked outside because it's cold. Poor puppy. But still very rude. Very rude indeed. Alright, armory's done. Let us now hire... Let's get 2 armored guards. That is going to be heaps. Armed patrols. Armed patrols. We'll put 1 in death row. The other... He's just our backup for him. We don't need any more than that. We really don't. This is not... I'm not going for high security because we don't need them. We really don't. Really, really don't. I will put in a nice floor to that though. Oh, metal floor is pretty... Oh. I don't mind metal floor, but it just looks odd sometimes. Let's go mosaic. Nice mosaic. Let's also make that staff only as well. That's a shared area. That's fine. Death row only. Canteen dormitory. Okay. We have yet another death row inmate. That's ridiculous. I've never seen them come in that fast. I really haven't. So I have a total of 5 death row inmates. Wow, oh wow. Well, while we're waiting for him to come in, let's go over who we currently have in the death row section. We have Richard Broomfield. Okay, sentenced to 25 years for multiple crimes including murder, rape, and murder. The only family he has is a father at 59 years old. His convictions: murder for 25 years, plea not guilty. Rape 13 years, not guilty. Murder 25 years, not guilty. Torture, wow, this guy's crazy. 11 years, not guilty. Grievous bodily harm, 14 years, not guilty. Alright. I understand that in the legal system there will be people that were at the wrong place at the wrong time and match description to, you know, fit the bill of the crimes. We've all seen, you know, cop shows and stuff, so we know how it all works. So, likelihood of clemency, 37%. Now that's pretty low for someone that's pled not guilty for everything. So, that is your first vote, Richard Broomfield. I'll put all the straw poll links in the description so you know where to go to find all the links for them, but... Go there, vote for him, I will check them in a couple of days' time, and we will decide on his fate going forward. Moving on from Mr. Richard, we go down to Tim Platter. Now, he is a Blue Gang member. Blue Gang member, Tim Platter. Right, he is sentenced to 25 years for multiple crimes, including murder, attempted murder, and attempted murder. Pretty big family. He has his wife at 43, 3 daughters, and a son. Okay, so he is Wow, that's a lot of crimes. Let's see, murder 25 years, not guilty. Attempted murder 17 years, not guilty. Attempted murder 14 years, not guilty. Torture 12 years, not guilty. Attempted murder 16 years, not guilty. Aggravated assault 12 years, not guilty. So same kind of situation with Richard, maybe same description to match someone else. Could have wrong place at the wrong time, the whole not guilty plea. But at the same time, they could just be trying to get out of it for a lesser sentence. Likelihood of clemency, 30%. So slightly lower than Richard. Alrighty, again, the straw poll linky thingy will be in the description, so vote for Tim's fate down below. Moving on from Mr. Tim, we have Tristan Campion. We have Tristan. Anyway, Tristan Raw Monkey. Okay, Raw Monkey attempted to rob the police station next to the bank after losing his glasses. What? You robbed a police station because you lost your glasses? Okay. The arresting officer was able to assist in locating his glasses on top of his head. Raw Monkey is always Raw Monkey. What the fuck? What the hell is this? Why did you break into and rob a police station to... Whatever, okay. This sentence of 25 years for multiple crimes, including murder, grievous bodily harm, and armed robbery. Jesus Christ, this guy had his glasses on his head and he broke into a police station, killed somebody, grievously destroyed someone's body, and robbed them with a gun. Anyway. Family. Wife, 27. Daughter, son, mother, and father. Alright, let's see here. Wow, okay. Murder, 25 years, guilty. Grievous bodily harm, 7 years, guilty. Armed robbery, 19 years, guilty. Murder, 25 years, guilty. Torture, 12 years, guilty. Wow, okay. The chance of him getting out of this are pretty low. But his chance of clemency is 49%, so I don't understand how that works, considering he's pled guilty to everything. But again, his straw poll fate is in the link below, so click on that, find out his fate. Moving on from Mr. Tristan, we have Mr. Christopher Parkin. Alrighty, sentenced to 25 years for multiple crimes, including murder, and armed robbery. Family consists of mother, 46, and father, 45. So same situation with Christopher, pled guilty to everything. So let's see, murder 25 years guilty, murder 25 years guilty, armed robbery 22 years guilty, murder 25 years guilty. So they all essentially have life in prison anyway if they don't pass clemency. But in saying that, 37% clemency, not a huge chance, but at the same time, he has pled guilty, so the chances of him going to the chair are pretty high. But as for the last 3 people, the link to the straw poll thing is in the description. Moving from Mr. Christopher, we have a runaway, Mr. Scott Kenway. Name seems actually pretty fitting. Sentenced 25 years, multiple crimes, including murder, and aggravated assault. Family consists of a girlfriend, daughter, mother, and father. Okay, so he's 23 and has a 5-year-old daughter. Oh, I suppose if he knocked up his girlfriend at 18, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, fair enough. Alright, he has done quite a few crimes. Let's see here. Murder for 25 years, guilty. Murder 25 years, guilty. Aggravated assault, 14 years, guilty. Attempted murder, 15 years, guilty. Armed robbery, 20 years, guilty. Attempted murder, 23 years, guilty. This guy, at 23 years old, has really messed his life up. He really has, like, just ruined it. Chance of clemency, 30%. Okay. So he has a that seems to be the average chance, 30, or maybe about 37%. But there is a chance he'll get away from it and get back into society and, you know, live his life after he's spent literally 100 plus years in prison. So if he survives the parole hearing for death row, he can spend the rest of his life in prison. So, you know, be dead or spend your life in prison. Is that a tunnel? God damn it, dogs. God damn it, dogs. So yes, that is how death row works. Essentially, they come in, I read out to you what they've done, and you decide on their fate. So all the straw polls for all these prisons will be in the description. Go and vote for them. I will check on their progress in a few days' time, and we shall see a follow-up on what we will do. So until then, I will see you all next time.